Going back and forth. Look at Cruz. Look at this. Oh, wow. I was gonna say, look at this movement. I think he was just jumping off to reset anyways, but it was like, wow.
It was?
He's really on the outer edge there.
Definitely some cool skating for a bit.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, Mendo's sitting outside of their spawn as always on Tracer. He's so aggressive and fearless. He's discorded and still dancing around.
Yep, offensive teleporter's up. Offensive teleporter is down 88%. Reunited, struggling to even go into overtime. Down goes Winghaven. Pluppy and Mendo being absolute terrors in the back. 94%, 5% remaining in the rest. Tranquility going out for the defense. They're pushing in. They sense victory in their grasp. 1% remaining. And GG, there it is. IDDQD, your champion yet again for the EU Weekly, defeating Reunited in a straight 3-0. Wow.
Yep. Pretty good. Cool, a torque.
Do you see that hook just doing a little twirl there? Yeah. That's amazing.
Into the iris.
The turret doing a lot of work there off the molding core. He's not even shooting people too much. Okay, now we got turn.
A lot of aardvark.
Wow, the aardvark at the very end definitely paying off. And Pluppy with the 20 kill streak, 20 libs. We knew he was going off the entire game, but wow.
Yeah, I mean, maybe even Pluppy got a little mad of all the talk for Mendo on his Lijiang and Lijiang Tracer. Pluppy with an absolute crazy set today. Of course, the only set we were able to watch from IDDQD today, but in the grand finals, 3-0ing, as always. Who is going to beat these guys? Someone, please.
Yeah, I mean, IDDQD, clearly they're not.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, or good afternoon, wherever you may be in the world. It is time for some Overwatch action to kick off here on the ESL Overwatch stream. Of course, I'm Lee D.M.S. Smith, and joining me is Mitch Ubershouts Leslie for this one. Could be a long night, Mitch. Could be.
Yeah, well, I was thinking that. We have 368 teams signed up for this first Go4Overwatch Cup. So this is where we decide seedings for the ones in the future. And of course, if people aren't maybe familiar with how Go4 Cups work, there's 4 per month every weekend. You can sign up yourself, win yourself. Winner takes all, 150 euros, and then the top 8 teams from the Cups, plus the top 4 teams from the ladder can go through and compete in the monthly final, where I think it's a prize pool of 900.
So, yeah, it's 150 euros today, straight for the winner.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's 900, 600 for first place, I think it is, on the monthly finals, which, of course, we'll be covering, which will be coming up, and the monthly finals, I don't know where it's going to go.
We just schedule.
Where's it going to go?
Where's it going to go?
Yeah. Well, we've just been discussing a schedule of upcoming stuff, and we don't know where that's going to fit either. No. That's got to fit in there so many. Anyway, simple rules, best of one. Throughout up until the semi-finals, and then we go into best of 3 for the semi-finals and best of 5 for the final.
Yeah.
If there's ever any draw, it goes to Ilios. Today is going to be Ilios, King of the Hill map, obviously, and it's just going to be simply the first section. Whoever wins the first section, you're winner. You're through to the next round. So we're joining it in the round of 32.
Yes.
Aren't we, Mitch?
Yeah, we started a little bit later on the day because there's a lot of best of ones in the tournament. When it goes to a round of 512, you have some chaotic...
really don't want to cover some of the teams.
Yeah, plus it's obviously like a lot of best of ones and it can be hard to sort of balance out, so we thought we'd jump in here and catch the tail end of it. It goes to best of 3 in the semis, Lee, and then a best of 5 finals, so we will get our fair share of games come the end of the day. But there are plenty of other guys, obviously streaming stuff as well, but we thought we'd jump in now as well and try and bring you guys some of the action here as well. And our first match, once we have an opponent, it will be between someone and Graviton Surge.
Yeah.
So
we're just waiting for... In fact, you know what? Let's get the bracket on the screen, because it's a huge bracket, as we just mentioned. There's a lot of teams in there. And bear with us, because we're aware this does not look pretty on camera. But yeah, as you mentioned, lots of teams in there. So you can see we're down to the round of 32, which is the right side column right now. So we've obviously got Robust versus BC. BC? Is it BC or BC?
BC.
BC. They're Spanish, so maybe it's busy.
Could be.
I mean, you got to. It's my Spanish. I don't know. I'm always great with our accents. Creation Esports, of course, in there. Probably the favourites for this entire cup today. Probably one of the few professional teams that I know. Anox are in there as well. And there's a few others that could be hitting it big. But Got some Finn mix in there. So again, as we say, we're at the early stages, so there's mixed teams in there. No one of note that we know of just yet, outside of Creation. Melty Esports, of course, are in there as well. They're up against Tractor, which literally means tractor. Their icon is a tractor on 2 wheels. I had a look at them earlier because you never know with the Finns. It's like, do I know these Finns? You know, they always have some sneaky teams in there. It's suddenly like, hang on, I know these guys. It's like some team from like years gone by. But nothing really of note so far. Obviously, Melty, Creation, probably the big ones in there. I know further down, Unknights maybe. Obviously, the French guys may be doing all right in there. We'll see how they progress, of course. We're going to follow this throughout to the finals. Graviton Surge is, of course, the team we are going to cover off here. We're waiting to see if it's going to be Division of Gaming or BrainStorming. The Italians, or it's Italian flag, isn't it? It's not Hungarian. Yes, Italian flag.
Yep.
And the French. So we'll see who they're up against. Graviton Surge, of course, you guys will know them. Once you see them, you'll recognize them. They've been around for a long time. High Newt, I like the way they're doing. There's High Newt. There's Low Noon. There's a lot of plays on that one. Mango Bay, actually, I'm just going to scroll up there. Mango Bay did reach the semi-finals of the very first cup, the preliminary cup we did.
Yep.
They got knocked out by Anox, so probably expect them to go through. We'll see how it goes. Keep on scrolling, yeah, keep on going. Lots of flame. Okay, Banana Fly in there. This is actually pretty interesting, this one. Vape Nation versus Anox. Vape Nation's got some former, I believe, Heroes of the Storm Dignitas players in there. Anox, of course, is the Quake guys that
old Quake Fortress team.
Yeah, old Quake Fortress. We've seen them before. Banana Fly, I just watched them on Caldor's stream. Actually, got absolutely destroyed. Team in Intense. It was not intense. Basically, it was not intense on King's Row. Very easy game for them. OW Kings, you can see, just starting to come into action here. They're going to be playing against Same. Don't really know who Same are. OW Kings won the preliminary cup that happened. They beat Anox in the finals, so probably expect them to go far.
A lot of old ET players there as well. Yeah.
Yeah, been around a while. As we mentioned, it's a big bracket, boys.
So huge.
It goes on for a while. Don't really know either of those. Counterwatch or BX. I'm guessing by the name, they're probably Counter-Strike players playing Overwatch, just judging by the name in there. Don't really know either of those.
So Pretz has been playing in a few cups recently as well. They're okay. Get into the second round or so.
Get to the second round.
Get into the second round of like the Go4 EU
tournament.
Okay. So I think they were in there.
I was going to say get to the second round doesn't really mean a lot.
You could just get a buy in this cup, to be honest. There's so many buys.
Yeah.
Low Noon, we don't know yet.
Yeah, there's Low Noon in there. Some Danes. Other team. Now these are interesting ones. This is I don't think Drunks is actually playing for him, but he is listed in that lineup. There's a couple of other guys in there.
Yep.
Known players. So maybe expect to see them going past Bleeding Edge. Who knows? The Turks that are in there. Also, as we go down, that's an interesting one. We may cover that if we'll see where they go. Gold Rush Diggers, this is the final one down the bottom here, up against Team JJ. Now, Team JJ are former Epsilon Battlefield players, so it's interesting to see another Battlefield team switching over. Of course, we do have Reunited, but we are going into game, Mitch, it would appear. They've already just gone across. I just looked across and was like, what's changing here? Well, who knows? We've actually gone into game.
I didn't even know who they are.
We're on Dorado, boys. We're on Dorado. That just happened pretty quick. I got a ready message, apparently, and then they just started, so good luck, have fun, exchanged. So into Dorado, it is going to be me, so you'll have to bear with me.
I haven't even set up the overlay. That's just ridiculous.
I was not ready for this.
Right in.
I'm not ready.
No. Well,
anyway, Dorado, simple map. It is a payload. No messing around. It is going to be. Actually, we don't even know who are they
we
facing.
Don't know who they are.
Who are they playing?
That's what I'm finding out. So
press F5. Yes, get some refreshes in here.
So
I can't tell you who they are. It is going to be Soldier 76 for Gene Wars. Rolik will be on Reinhardt. It is going to be a Widowmaker for Leonida. We're going to call him Leon. Leonida, I'm guessing is a female, maybe, who knows. Oh, we're back out. We're back out, boys. Kex is in there. Now, no, it's not the same Kex. It's definitely a different type of Kex and Gene Wars. But we're straight back in the lobby. Brilliant, boys. Brilliant. We've got Wins spectating now as well.
Yeah, Wins will be there for Graviton Surge. But, I mean, can you just ask him to wait as well, just so we can actually tell him when we're ready to go?
Castles, let us know you're ready.
I need to put a overlay together for these guys at some stage, so that would be ideal if they let me do it. But okay, so BrainStorming Overwatch, I think are the guys that got through.
BrainStorming, okay, so they are Italian. Italians, boys.
Yes.
Italians. Don't worry, I'm not on my own. Mitch is just over there doing production stuff. He's having to run the broadcast while I sit here and try and keep you entertained as best as I can. And that sometimes can be a stretch. I'm not going to lie. But yeah, they're up against Graviton Surge. Now, Graviton Surge is going to be Crew, Skipjack, Nevik soon. How do you say it? Is it Kratos?
Kratos.
Is it just Kratos? It is just Kratos.
He's the bloke that was playing with the surgical gloves at the
right, yeah.
He's actually an old TF2 player, like pretty well known, and was known for that even back then at LANs. So.
Yeah, that's why I say, if you guys knew who they were, obviously they were at TakeOver. They did all right at TakeOver. They did okay. It wasn't spectacular, but there were some pretty damn good teams there, and Creation obviously put on a very good show at TakeOver.
Yeah, so we can tell them already now, because they're asking me where to start the game. We need to teach these guys to stand by and all that kind of stuff, but we're going to jump in just a sec now as well. So, Lee, you were just getting started, of course, before talk about Dorado. It is going to be brainstorming on defense to start it off.
Yes, so we'll see how well they hold. It's going to be a tough task for them, no doubt about that one. As I say, they are up against a very experienced team here that have already performed on LAN and been up against some of the best in Europe that Europe has to offer, which sadly, at the moment is not saying a lot, because America are kind of kicking our asses in Overwatch. They're getting wrecked. Envious wrecking reunited the other day as well. Although it was 2-1 in the return in a different competition. I did see that, but it was 4-0 in that competition you did.
Yeah.
On that platform I'd never even heard of.
Stream.me.
Stream.me. Yeah. I'd never heard of that one, but you know what?
500 viewers. So
hey, it had all the icons. That was the main thing. Let's stop this, and I'm getting ready for my stopwatch as soon as it gets ready to go in 45 seconds. So this is payload. It is stopwatch mode as well. Of course, it's all about reaching the phases. First phase, of course. You guys have played it at home. You need to get straight into there, then across round the church into the nuclear facility. It is a tough old task to get around that church to get into there. And then, of course, the real challenge begins, getting around the big old corner into the final section. Now, will we be seeing the attacking team, which of course will be Graviton Surge, making it? Well, I would expect so. I would certainly expect so. Here we go, getting my stopwatch ready. I will switch camera in a second, guys, and follow them. Don't worry, we'll go through it, but I need to make sure I get this, hit this on the head. I don't know, man.
It'll also say at the end if we need it, but it's good to have it. We're ready to go here as well. So Graviton Surge attacking. There's no hero limit here, so they're going to have the double Winstons to start off with now as well. Yeah, I'm on numbered keys here, not F keys.
Oh, numbered. Oh, okay.
So it's going to work. So.
I thought it was the F keys with the shift. Okay, that makes sense now. And also, I want to be...
Bank spacebar when you're on them.
There we go. We're into right click. We're good stuff. Right, okay. Let's sit behind, see where it's going. It is the good old double Winston, double Widowmaker.
Yeah, this is a Graviton Surge special. It was actually Northern Gaming Blue that uses quite a lot as well at the takeover, and it works. Soon trying to go for a bit of flanking Widowmaker work here. This is very deep. Definitely confident player, and he can be when he's hitting those shots. Oh dear, Rakhirik just got smashed and soon killed himself, possibly from a poison grenade, but either way, that payload's not stopping in a hurry.
Double sniper setup, one from the front, one from the back. That's pretty scary, and sadly, that is the defense wiped out there. Rakhirik, oh dear. As soon as I switched to him. Should I try and watch him, or should I just follow Graviton Surge? I don't really know right now, because that payload is already in position. Okay, first phase, very quick. That was 1 minute up to the first point.
So let's get on board with Crew and see what he's doing, at least on this Genji here, Lee, as well. I think you'll need to hit the shift key and press. There we go. So obviously he's going to be the instigator. Leonida wasn't even ready for that, so not even aware of the fact that Crew's behind. He's got Dragon Blade ready to go as well, and he's going to use it. He's going to hit towards that Mercy. She's been isolated from her team. No healing for you. She does heal quicker than most heroes when out of combat, but again, Crew's just wrecking them now. That's 4 kills from him. It's all just a bit of a laugh.
The sign of a team's reaction. Reinhardt had no reaction whatsoever. The fact that there was a Genji behind him with his ulti running, didn't even turn around. Didn't even like, oh, sorry, it's my healer getting wrecked. Didn't even realize, but yeah. Sounds like, it's like one of my pug games I play. Not mention any names of any tanks that play for us, but this poor old Mercy is probably not having a fun time. No, Grang actually does all right. Grang does all right. Actually, no, normally it's me that's pretty bad with Reinhardt. I'm just like...
I'm shocking Reinhardt as well, mate. Don't worry.
Getting Mercies shouting at me. So dying, but look at this. They're already through.
And so the payload hasn't actually reached that checkpoint yet, so the spawns weren't inside the facility until just now. So people had to spawn from outside. This is Graviton Surge essentially just backcapping now as well. They just get super aggressive. Zebasai picks up Gene Wars now. We might see BrainStorming try and start a fight here, because Rolik does have that Earth Shatter available, but everyone's just getting completely cut down. Crew and Zebasai, no one can shut down these Widows at all. There aren't even any Widows on the side of BrainStorming to try and stop them here, so this is just going to be a walkthrough.
Yeah, the payload just flying around the corner. We're only at 2 minutes 30 in the game, guys. They're already coming around the last choke point. Last chance saloon, I believe, is the phrase. And Graviton Surge are kind of like in stompy territory. This is kind of what we expected, though, in fairness. This is why we didn't start off quite so early in the tournament.
Can you imagine what a hassle that would be?
Yeah, we'd have been sat around filling for a long time. You'd have been looking at a lot of advertisement space, but as you can see, almost every ulti available. Here goes Crew with his ulti once again, those dastardly Genjis. But it does seem that they are. Look at it, he's literally outside their spawn right now. Primal Rage going to be popped, but that is it. 3 minutes,
and 12.
I think 3 minutes 12, yeah.
That's filthy.
That's, I don't think I've ever gone that fast against Pugs. And I like to think we're a decent team when we play sometimes, but that was ridiculous.
That's Graviton Surge really just taking off there as well in those last few moments. There's not much that BrainStorming can really do about that when they don't even have the chance to try and counter things out, all right? It's just aggression. Both Soon and Zebasai as well, they stayed on Widows for that whole game. And you could see we were looking at Soon at one point on that first checkpoint, part of Dorado inside the building, well ahead of his team, right? This is probably a situation in which they're feeling confident enough to try and play the game like that one. And
24 kills, no deaths for Crew.
Yeah. As I said, Crew when Crew gets going, it's very, very hard to stop him. And we probably won't see him really challenged up until maybe the quarter or at least the semi-finals here. I've finally found a way to fix the bracket so it doesn't look stupid as well. So we can actually look at that later on after the game before we go to a break. But we do need to warn everyone, there's going to be plenty of breaks, not a heck of a lot of like solid series and stuff like that for now, because, well, they're going to be best of ones. They're going to end quickly until we get to the semis, which are best of threes. The final is a best of 5.
Yeah, so we'll get there eventually, guys. It's just going to be a long night. Or not a long night.
Could be really short, to be honest.
It could be a really quick night. I'm not too sure whether the phases are like have a set time when they're meant to start the next round, or whether they're just like,
no,
well, if the teams are ready to go, just go.
Yeah,
I think pretty much. But yeah, this is going to be a real tough ask. I mean, as I said, they got all the way around here within the first minute, which in itself is pretty damn incredible. Straight to the first hold. I got to be honest, I got a feeling that they probably won't reach that first point. That's the way I'm feeling it right now. We'll see how it works out. Let's go through the setup, the defensive setup. It's something that you guys might be interested in. Obviously, this is a pro team, effectively, Graviton Surge, so it is going to be a Zabosia on McCree. He's going to be sitting around probably on the right side. Obviously, there's going to be a Mercy in there. There's going to be Kratos, Skipjack on Reinhardt. Kind of standard for him. Crew this time around will be on Junkrat. Of course, he was just the Genji player we were following. Soon we'll be back on the Widowmaker. And Nevix, well, it's that Symmetra play, isn't it? It's going to be the turret setting up. There's going to be a teleporter somewhere. And it's going to be all pretty harsh to watch, I feel. This might be a bit nasty.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, look, you don't need, it's not rocket science here, right? Crew on that Junkrat is going to make life very, very hard for a Reinhardt trying to push through that arch.
Sneaky spots.
Look, it's just so easy to hit him. Yeah, I mean, most of these turrets as well. Nevix played a heck of a lot of Symmetra in his time. This is a complete stomp out, super aggressive defense, right? They've only got 3 minutes and 12 seconds to really do it here as well. So that won't be very, very long at all. You know, it's ticking down for 5 minutes. So when it's, I guess, 1 minute and 48 seconds done, that'll be it here. I don't really expect it to go past this point. But we'll see. We'll see. That's fine.
That's fine. I mean, we can start it now. Count minus plus 30 seconds. There we go. So we're laughing. We're laughing. We're done. Okay. Let's see how it works out. They have managed to get around the corner at least. This is the standard pro hold. They will just sit fairly passive until it gets this point here at the arch. And as you can see, already shots coming through there. I saw Soon was landing a couple of shots lining up on his own McCree there as well at the same time. He's going to hook himself up, try and get himself some air time as he looks across the left-hand side, but nothing really coming of it. Oh my God, Symmetra's even going aggressive. This is scary.
I mean, the quicker you go aggressive, the quicker you can charge up the teleporter, right? Just to make it even harder to get in. But I'd be surprised if BrainStorming really get themselves too many kills here. Soon is going to be aggressive. You can expect him to do that. You saw him trying to get some airtime before. And even Nevix knows he can press forward. Look at that. He's hitting those big balls as well. They do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
You can't block that.
No, I don't know whether the Reinhardt realised that, but you definitely can't block it. That went straight through his shield, hit him pretty hard, and well, he's already pretty low. He's getting healed up now, though. So we'll see how it works out for them. Rollick on this Reinhardt. It's an unenviable task to come around that corner.
The only person with ult here on BrainStorming is the Mercy, and it figures because no one else has really been doing enough damage to actually charge that up here. So Slatey has to hope that he sticks with his team here and is in a good position for a fight to start, because I haven't seen any kills from BrainStorming right now. Nevix goes and kills Rakia there as well on the McCree. Wastes no time and actually just starting to show some of his dominance as well. Leonardo goes down. He did switch to the Widowmaker to try and deal with Soon, but I don't really know why Kratos was too concerned. It was just the lone Winston coming in and eventually gets picked off as well by Soon, who seems to be everywhere at Runs right now.
Yeah, he's just kind of reading exactly what Leonida does. So kind of has this one in the bag, and as we mentioned, probably would be a very quick first game. It's going to be a complete hold here, I feel. This is it's kind of that anticlimactic feel when the better team starts on the attack. You kind of expect it, though. Yeah. We're already at, what, 2.5 minutes? You see,
time's almost up already.
It's almost done. I mean, realistically, it's GG already because they can't push physically that quick. But it gives the opponents a little bit of play time against the higher opposition players. This is how you learn, effectively. You learn against the best teams, but when there's Widowmakers like this that just can pick you off the second you get outside of that Reinhardt shield, it's pretty punishing.
I'd love to see what Soon's recon visor uptime is going to be in this game as well, because excuse me, he always seems to have it there as well. Look at him, he's just waiting for a Widow or Mercy to peek out there. And the thing is, Slatey, I think, used his res earlier on to very, very little effect, and now doesn't have the ultimate available. Earthshatter and Sound Barrier are there and ready to be used by BrainStorming, but again, Skipjack has one of his own. Obviously, in my opinion, one of the best Reinhardts in Europe. He'll know how to use that well, and Crew can just harass here as well. Make it so that Leonida doesn't really have a chance to peek out properly. Now we see the Winston coming into play here, the double Winston, should I say, and a Reinhardt. It's a very tanky BrainStorming side, but I tell you what, someone like Junkrat just loves this. Look at that. Picks up Kex, he went for the ultimate, actually managed to get Nevix, but that's possibly the only kill I've seen so far this game from BrainStorming.
Yeah, the control as well of Junkrat there. Crew just knew exactly what he's doing. Getting himself the airtime, of course, bouncing himself up, and pretty much GG.
It is GG, yeah.
I think Rollick finally got someone down. I didn't see who it was. Someone died. And so he can leave here in peace.
Yeah, he got Nevix.
You got Nevix down. There you go. I mean, that's kind of what you want, isn't it? You kill that Symmetra, but as you can see, Symmetra already got that ulti down. There's a teleport off somewhere, and even in close, doing the damage, taking down the monkeys that try and jump in. That's going to be an easy pickup. So he's got double Winston on him. He will finally go down. No, he won't. God. He helped. And that's GG, pretty much. It's already past the time. They can't possibly win this game, but they're just going to play this one out. So let's talk about what is coming up. What is the next round? Because obviously we're going moving into the round of 16 next.
We've got a sick game coming up, actually. I want to talk about that one as well. It's going to be Team JJ versus other team. These are Battlefield players. Team JJ is Benny, Duke, Horek, Hunter, Hexus, Mayak, all top players from Epsilon, Meet Your Makers in Battlefield, right? Got to be sick. Really looking forward to that one. And on the other team is Rella from team. Well, he's from a few French teams, but Infamous, most well known for one of the top players in the scene, and Wyros as well, captain of Penta Sports for Battlefield. So that next game is going to be very, very interesting. But this one, Lee, she's done and dusted.
Yeah, this is pretty much simple play out for Graviton Surge there. Expected them to come out victorious. They were by and far huge favourites in that one, and I might as well just, I don't even know why I bothered with the stopwatch, really.